okay. So, we start every interview, as usual, by simply asking, could you introduce yourself, please?
So my name's Alex Griffiths. I'm 16 years old. I'm a vert skateboarder from London. And yeah, I've been riding vert for most of my life. I've been through trouble when they took away my local ramp, but I'm just stoked that I kept it up. And now I'm still here today skating vert.
So which bit of London, like north, south, east, west?
North London. Well, kind of northwest, but I like to say north because, yeah.
Okay, so you're not too far away from places like Hemel and St Albans and...
Yeah, it actually takes me a quicker time to get to Hemel than it does to get through London.
Okay, so where are we tonight and what are we doing?
We're at Creation Skate Park in Birmingham, the Wednesday session, which is like every single week with the best skateboarders in the UK, vert-wise. It's always the best time.
Most of which are already here and up on the ramp,
Yeah.
warming up. We're pretty early, it's still warm-up session.
Yeah.
So we've just interrupted you in your warm-up phase. Okay, so you're talking about you were skating most of your life,
Yeah.
but you're only 16. So that's like, when did you really start?
I started when I was 7, but for a year I couldn't figure out how to ride a skateboard properly. Like, it took me about 5 months to go down a ramp. So I was beginning to give up, and then when I finally started doing my first few tricks, I thought this is the most rewarding thing I've ever done in my life, so I kept it up.
And where was that? Because you were saying that you lost your local ramp, but you obviously started on vert, yeah?
So I started skating at Bay 66, and back then they had a vert ramp, so obviously I walked in and I was like, wow, that's the big ramp, that's what I want to skate. So I learned to drop in on that, and then after about a year, it got taken down, so yeah, after that I had to stop skating vert for about 2 years until I was old enough to go on the train, because my parents are too busy to like take me to places.
Understandably, yeah, they're busy doing stuff. So you had a sort of natural inclination to start on the big ramps as soon as you could?
Yeah, like for me, I always wanted to like fly. So when I saw that, I was like, that's probably the closest thing I'll be able to do. So.
Okay. And do you ever use the other bits of skate park? I mean, I saw when we came in, I saw you warming up on the sort of mini ramps over there and that.
I do, but I don't really like practice and learn tricks on minis. I just skate it to warm up. But then, because I skate so much vert, it feels so small that like I'm just able to kind of try anything on it.
Right. Okay.
Because it's just so much smaller and less nerve-wracking.
And what I mean, as a 16-year-old, are you watching all like YouTube and Instagram and all that sort of stuff? Yeah. Okay.
I always look at like other people's skating styles to get inspiration for like the tricks I want to learn and stuff. Like.
Okay. And so, I mean, what I'm also trying to get at is that those places are flooded with all the street skating and all the sort of uber cool stuff. And so, what do you see as a 16-year-old with relevance to like the vert scene, both here in the UK and worldwide?
Well, here there aren't many 16-year-old vert skaters. Like most 16-year-olds are hanging around at skate parks, you know, like not even skating, just chilling out and stuff. And that's a lot of my friends do that. But I've always like stuck to my passion and, you know, spent some time with them, but also come to skate vert. Like I never let that take over me just because I was the one 16-year-old, like amongst older people. So.
And being 16, are you still in school or at college? What are you doing?
I'm doing sixth form, but from home, so that allows me to have more time to skate with other people. Like, because before I was only available on weekends, and yeah, obviously I couldn't get as much stuff done then. So now, it's much better.
And you mentioned about like, I mean, so that's quite a supportive family scene you got going on. Because I see you at different events. I see you with your mum and dad and your sister. Is that right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
They all support me like really well. I'm so grateful for that. Like they come along to competitions, and you know they know the tricks and everything. It's just the best.
Do they know what you're working on? Are they like, oh, Alex is trying that again. I hope he makes it this time. Like,
Yep. I'll come in the door and my dad will be like 5, or like blunt. Yeah, it's nice. It's like a friendly push.
Cool. Okay. I mean, that's quite a big deal for them to be supporting you like that. And was that also part of the choice around the homeschooling, so that you had more time to go skateboarding?
Because they could see that it was like, you know, something I really loved and devoted a lot of time to. So they just wanted me to have as much time as possible to like fit in as much skating as I could.
Okay. And with that in mind, I also know recently you went out to Camp Woodward in America. Tell us a little bit about that. What was that like for you?
That was the best place I've ever been, skateboard-wise. I got there and I was just walking around like 15 different parks, like Oh my God. Like I could walk to a mini mega like in less time than it took me to walk to the shop at the end of my road, and I was just like, this is crazy. Like,
So because there's a couple of those Woodwards, isn't there? Which one did you go to?
I went to Pennsylvania because that's the main one that has like, it's about twice as big as California, so that's the one to go to in terms of Woodwards.
And did you go out on your own, or were you with other people?
I went on my own because the flights are so expensive that, you know, if I wanted to go, I had to do that because.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. What was that like then? Like 16? Was that the first major long haul flight you'd done on your own? Or?
Pretty much, yeah. I had like a 6-hour layover, and my mum was like, "Oh no, I'm so sorry about this," but I was always fine, you know. I just eat some food, like listen to music, yeah.
Have a bit of a nap or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And what was it like when you got there? Like, I guess you had to get yourself from the airport to the actual campsite.
I took a ride in the Woodward shuttle bus, which was absolutely amazing. Like when I saw that, I had to stop and say, like, is this real life? Because it's insane.
Wow. And so how long were you out there for?
I went for 2 weeks.
Did you I take it you made some really good friends then that you skate with for 2 weeks?
Yeah.
People that you'll probably still see.
Yeah, I made friends with like people from all over the world. Like there are a couple of French people, a few Brazilians. Yeah, it was awesome. Like so many different nationalities.
And were you able to use that experience to develop your skateboarding? Did you pick up some stuff over there that you may not have been able to pick up over here?
I learned a lot of new tricks and obviously skated the mini mega for the first time, which is an experience I'll never ever forget.
I remember seeing your Facebook or Instagram and seeing you hit that up and was just like, dude's loving that. I could see your face. You were just like, oh my God.
First time I did that, I literally like started laughing to myself. I said, this is the best thing ever.
It looks pretty nice. I mean, what's it like? Does it just naturally chuck you up? Or?
It does. Like it doesn't feel like a jump box. It feels like a catapult. You know, you don't just air. You get pushed forward like maximum speed. It's just insane.
Because we got nothing like that in the UK. So you're going to have to go over there to hit something like that up.
Yeah.
Was there other stuff that you thought, crikey, we just don't have that in the UK?
Yeah, like most of the parks, they just had everything like vert ramps, spines, bowls, street jump boxes. Like one park had like each ramp from each park. You had to go to a different park in the UK to get that ramp, but like it was all together in one place.
And what were you like sleeping in dorms and that with all your new bros that you made?
There were like I think 22 cabins, and it's to do with age, but yeah, I actually met some people beforehand, and I was in the same cabin as them, so it was awesome. Like, cool. Yeah.
Do you think you'll go back? Are you saving up to go out again?
Yep, I'm definitely going next year. Definitely. Like once you go once, you can't not go. It's like a consecutive commitment.
You're hooked.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you're now you're back in the UK, and this is a regular thing for you on a Wednesday, is it, here at Creation?
Yeah, this is like where I get to see everyone and, you know, get lots of nice music, you know, great atmosphere. Yeah.
And we had the last of the UK Vert Series competitions here earlier on this year. Like about a month or so ago, wasn't it? It wasn't that long ago. How did you get on in that whole series? Can you remember?
Oh, I loved it. I had a great time. Like in pretty much every competition, I did as well as I could have done. I mean, apart from the last one, I think I almost over-practiced, and then I just got so tired. But you know, like in the rest of them, I had such a good time. Like learning new tricks and just skating with people with a better standard. It pushed me to try more stuff. And
where did you come in the whole series?
I believe 4th. I think. Yeah.
In the A group.
Yeah.
That's no mean feat, man. That's pretty tidy, really. There's a lot of really good skaters in that whole series. Yeah, you should be. So, I take it you're planning to enter next year.
Yeah, always. That's like my favourite time. Just any competitions, because you know it forces you to push yourself, commit to tricks that you can't always do in normal sessions, and obviously everyone comes, so it's like a social thing as well.
The energy can make you do stuff that you've never done before as well, can't it? Like,
definitely.
And maybe sometimes foolishly try stuff that you shouldn't try, but we'll talk about
I've done that quite a lot of times.
You've done that as well, have you?
Yep, I watched back the footage and I'm like, how on earth did I land that? Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so so you're in the Vert series, you're doing all that, you're getting your regular practice going on. What's your sponsor situation at the moment?
So I'm riding for ProTech, White Trash Skateboards, Extreme. I've got a shop flow with Etnies and Stance, and then Speed Rats from Germany, Hook It Up, and Lifetime Laces, and Jimmy Z which is like
okay.
a...
What are Speed Rats?
Speed Rats is a awesome wheel company from Berlin. I went to a competition this February, and I stayed with the guy who owned it, and he gave me my first package, and then I loved the wheels, and he was like, you know what, just ride for us. And then that was the best thing, because I used to spend about £40 on Bones wheels,
Right, okay.
and now like they're the same urethane for this, like for free. So
Right, okay. Well, show us your skateboard. Show us what you got. Talk us through your setup. What size board do you ride?
I'm riding 825 at the moment, and white trash. And then yeah, I've just set up these new Speed Rats, which are like smoothest wheels ever.
What size are those?
They're actually 59s.
Right.
Yeah.
Sort of slightly weird odd size.
Yeah, they do odd sizes, like I think 55, 57, 59, but...
Nice, okay.
And then yeah, independent hollows. I've only ever used these for my whole life, and I don't really intend to stop, because, you know, like, I'm used to them, they're light, they're perfect, and yeah, I love them.
And no riser pads and no rails, I notice.
No.
You're not feeling the rails.
I'm not sure, like, I feel like, you know, I'm used to this board, so I don't want to try anything else just in case.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really cool that you're repping white trash as well. Tell us a little bit about that and the setup there.
Yeah, white trash is awesome. Like John Cattle, you know, he owns a massive shop, and he also teaches a skate club, like for all the young kids in the Isle of Wight to learn how to skate. Like, I really respect what he's doing for the community of skateboarding. Like,
because it's a play on words, isn't it? Because he's from the Isle of Wight, so it's white as in
whenever I
that.
say white trash, everyone looks at me like, what kind of company do you ride for? But I have to explain, like, I tell them to look at the spelling, and then, yeah.
And for anyone who doesn't understand, obviously John Cattle's like an old pro. Well, not that old. I mean, I grew up in the 90s watching him skate on like Blueprint and Panic.
Yeah.
So, you know, John knows what he's talking about. He's been there, he's done that, he's done the tours, done the demo, he's been a pro, and it's still evident in his skating now. He can still, you know, he's still pretty tidy on a skateboard, isn't he, really?
He's such a cool person, like.
Yes.
I love hanging out with him and the rest of the crew for white trash, like.
Yeah, they've got some really rad names. They got like Nowick, Greg Nowick on the team, and is Flynn Trotman still on the team?
I think so, yeah. And Joe Moore,
Right.
yeah, freestyle. Yeah, it's sick.
Cool, okay. And so, how long have you? I mean, 59mm wheels. Is that the first time you set up 59s, or have you always been riding the bigger wheels?
I've been riding 58 to 60,
Right. Okay.
even for street. I don't plan to change because once again, it's like what I'm used to. I feel like if I go down to anything smaller, you know, I'm a creature of habit, so I'll be like looking for excuses to complain about the boards and stuff. So I always stick with the same stuff just to be safe.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. And like you say, it's what you get used to, and you're like, and I can relate to that idea of, oh my god, if I change this now, how's that going to affect my skateboarding? Okay, so we've got your setup sorted, and obviously you're on Etnies, so you're repping some Etnies shoes.
I've been riding the Etnies Maranas for the last year, and they're the best shoes I've ever had.
Right. Okay.
Pretty much.
And you got your Protect lid, critical bit of kit for vert riding, obviously, and you choose to ride elbow pads.
I do, because the 3 times that I've chosen not to, I've fallen on my elbow. That's 3 times. So I just thought, you know, I'm just going to use them because
They're there.
they don't really feel annoying. Like, I guess sometimes if you don't wash them, they get super wet, like under there. But, you know, like.
There's nothing worse than rector breath, I
Yeah,
believe is
that's
the old
true.
phrase for it,
Yeah.
And have you dealt with that in any way? Because I'm scared to wash them in case it ruins the Velcro.
So what I do is I put them on a radiator overnight, and then by the time I wake up, they're fresh and clean, and pretty much they still smell bad, but you know, they feel nice.
Okay. So we've talked about all your gear, all your setup, like your skateboard and your pads and your shoes. What tricks are you working on at the moment? Or is there a particular? Are you working on lip tricks or airs or anything like that?
I always try and learn at least one lip trick every session, but at the moment I'm just working on going higher and flip tricks and 5s, which I haven't landed them yet, but like every time I get closer, so it's like only a matter of time now.
Did I see you land one on, because you skate Corby sometimes, don't you? And there's like a resi bit next to, did I see you land one on that?
I've done quite a few variations of flips onto resi, but you know, like I don't want to get into the habit of doing it there, because then when it comes to wood, I'll just be like, oh, it's too scary.
So your mentality is more like just try and get it on the ramp, just don't muck around too much, just get involved
Yeah, I
and
try
get
and
it.
do it like once onto resi,
Right.
just so that I can control my brain into saying I can do it, and then after that it's just
It's a bit easier
Yeah.
and a bit. You got the feel of it. Your body's got the feel of it.
yeah.
Right, okay. So what else are you looking to do? Because I mean, you're 16. You're still going to be growing for a little bit. You're probably going to get more power in your legs and in your mind, like you're saying, because the mind is one of the biggest things you got to learn to control when you're skateboarding. Are you going to be using all that to start looking at developing your career, for want of a better word?
Well, I'm not one of those skaters that like is trying to go pro, but I'm just going to keep doing it and see what happens. Like, you know, maybe I won't, maybe I will, but obviously just I'm going to keep enjoying it, you know, doing competitions and stuff. Yeah.
Do you have like a backup plan? Is like the studies that you're doing for A-level at the moment, are you also thinking, well, you know, I might need to get a normal job, and if so, what is it you're looking at?
Yeah, I'm studying languages at the moment, so I'm doing English as a language.
Right.
So, you know, I'd like to go to places like China or Japan and teach English as a foreign language.
Right, okay. So you could get loads of travel in, go and skate some other places and work as well.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good idea. Sounds like it's going off behind us as well. Ethan Doody's getting his skate on.
Yeah.
The deck's looking nice and busy.
I know, like, it always has been for the last 4 times I've been here. It's been like at least 10 people.
Right. But these Wednesday sessions are becoming a
Yeah.
Jim Langren, hashtag world's best skateboarder,
Yeah.
obviously. Yeah, these Wednesday sessions look like they are going off at the moment. I keep seeing a bit of video footage coming out.
Favorite session of the week by
Yeah?
far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you ever come down on the weekend or anything and skate this particular one?
If I see a message in the group that people are skating, then I might come down, but I stick to Wednesdays because I know I'm going to be safe, like, with the amount of people that are coming, you know. Sometimes if I come all the way here and it's just me, you know, it's a lot of money for train tickets and travel and that.
And is that how you got here today? Just on your Todd, like on the train?
Yeah.
Wow, cool.
Yeah.
Commitment from London. Get the train up.
Yeah.
So what time are you going to be going? What time will you be back tonight then? Pretty late then?
I normally stay over. I'm actually staying at Ethan's tonight.
Oh, right,
like,
okay.
he's such a good guy, letting me crash over at his so I can get home in one piece.
Cool,
Yeah.
okay. So, well, I mean, I guess we've probably taken up enough of your time now. It's time for you to go get your skate on and get your vert on. Any particular things you're thinking about tonight, or do you not
I'm
like
not
to
sure.
say?
I'm just gonna skate and, you know, try a few new things, and if they feel worth going for, then go for them. But just like enjoy myself, like enjoy the atmosphere.
Do you have like a warm-up run or anything that you do to test out, see how you're feeling?
My first run is normally a few kick turns. Then after that, it's maybe 3 or 4 airs just to get into the rhythm, and then after that, it's straight into like, well, I say normal stuff, but
Straight into just going for it.
yeah.
Cool, okay. So, Alex, any shout-outs?
Shout out to all my sponsors, all of the vert community in the UK, yeah, especially Extreme for like everything they've done, and yeah, just shout out to skateboarding.
Cool. Well, keep it up, man. I've seen you over the last sort of half year or so, and even in that time, I've seen you progress and develop. So just keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you for your time.
That's all right. Anytime.